Without love, there is no justice. A true revolutionary is guided by a great feeling of love. And justice, that's just what love looks like in public. In 2012, when Trayvon Martin was murdered, I was 30 minutes away in law school. Bell Hooks, Che Guevara, and Dr. Cornel West weren't there to support me. So I went to my law school, wanting to plan an event to help us understand what just happened and how the law would play a role in getting justice for Trayvon's family. They were unsupportive. It was then that I decided that I didn't have a role in this movement, that I needed to just go ahead and focus on employment law so that I could support my family when I graduated law school. April 14th, 2014, the happiest day of my life. I found out I passed the Florida bar. However, 3 days later, April 17th, 2014, became the worst day of my life. My mother called me to let me know that my baby brother, Boogie, had been arrested and charged with felonies that will eventually end up being punishable by life. Now, I knew that I had to go back home to defend him, my first case. I went back home because I learned in law school that what folks need are a good attorney, right? Smart, capable, willing to fight. What I didn't learn in law school was that I'd be fighting something I couldn't even see. When I got back to Miami, I started organizing with the Dream Defenders. It was there that I learned that the school to prison pipeline had already decided when my brother failed the 3rd grade that they were gonna build that prison bed that he was now occupying. So I became committed to organizing my community because defending my brother's case taught me that the law wasn't gonna save us, that legal policy, skills, and tactics were not gonna free our people. But I also learned something else, that Black and brown lawyers have a role in this movement, that we possess a unique skill set that if nurtured, radicalized, politicized, could be used in support of the struggle for Black liberation. That we could come together as a movement of lawyers to see the humanity in every person, because the personal is political. Word to June Jordan. So this quest led me to the Law for Black Lives DC. It was there that I found a community, a political home, of folks that shared my same values and lived them too. With their support, I founded the DC Movement Lawyer Project. The project basically aimed to teach, radicalize, and politicize the legal community in support of Black-led movement in our nation's capital. So the project looked like me creating a learning series based on the Vision for Black Lives that articulated the demands of Black people and organizers at different intersections of Black life. The project looked like us holding a congressional hearing on the Black Identity Extremist Designation, BIE, to teach Congress members and their staffers how harmful this label is to our community and leads to our criminalization and surveillance. What this project looked like was us supporting the Black Mamas Bailout DMV with on-ground legal support so that when we got these mamas out of jail, that there was more to look forward to. And that's just the beginning. Now, I invite you to think about this. What if there was over 1,000 lawyers, legal workers, and law students committed to a radical lawyering ethic? What if that collective's role in the movement ecosystem was to co-collaborate, struggle, and build the future that our people deserve? What if their tools and skills could be used in service of the Black liberation movement? Now, at Law for Black Lives DC, we are building that cadre of attorneys, committed to creating the future that our people deserve. This year, Boogie was released. But there are way too many families that are not as fortunate. So here I am in the movement, fighting for the day that families don't have to suffer the tragedy of being separated from their loved ones. You have a role here too. And while we know the law won't save us, we can save each other. Join us.